My name is Logos Pilgrim, and I am the author of this book. There's a hula girl on my dashboard, how I left faith behind and embraced life. And the reason I'm atheist is precisely because I embraced life and because I love humanity. I refuse to be part of any type of system that would exclude people. And my experience has been that it seems to be the nature of religion to do that. And as long as there's going to be an outside, I will be outside with the people who need to be loved. And that's why I'm an atheist.
Bay City Holy Roller. Bay County District Judge Mark E. Janer in Bay City, Michigan, bound 45-year-old Jonathan A. Paul over to circuit court for trial after his 11-year-old daughter testified that Paul had beat her with frozen bacon as he justified the assault with a biblical adage that sparing the rod spoils a child. After the girl's mother had notified police, authorities interviewed the girl and noted that she had a bruise on her face. For his part, Paul insists that his daughter injured herself when she tripped over an open dishwashing machine during a regular court-ordered weekend visitation. Paul claims that the entire story about the bacon and the beating is a fabrication and is simply part of an ongoing custody battle with his ex-wife. If convicted, Paul could be found guilty of child abuse, a felony with the possibility of 2 years imprisonment. In the interim, Paul has been ordered to have no contact with his daughter. Born there, still called foreigners. Atheists in Kenya are a 60-member group of freethinkers in Nairobi, the capital of the African nation, with a website, a mission statement, and an agenda. What they don't have is a bank account because the petition for recognition of their charter was denied by the official government registrar. The reason given for the refusal was noted in an ironically worded letter penned by the government's legal spokesperson, Maria Nyariki. Wrote Nyariki, "The interests of the peace, welfare, or good governance would likely suffer prejudice." Responding in the media, AIK President Harrison Mumia said, "We are being discriminated against, although the Constitution allows freedom of association." The group had previously angered church leaders when they asked the government to reconsider a national holiday declaration when the Pope visited, and when they criticized state-sponsored Christmas celebrations as unconstitutional. One man who has some sway in Kenya, former moderator of the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, the Reverend David Gathenju, said, "Our Constitution is clear on the issue of God," adding that he believes the legal recognition of the AIK would represent a foreign influence. Devil in the details. The Satanist Church has won a battle to end public prayer before council meetings in Phoenix by losing the right to deliver an invocation. When the council member Sal DiCiccio learned that the Satanic Temple had been placed on the dais, he tweeted, "Politically correct Phoenix politicians pushing satanic prayer about to get pushed back. I move to block satanic prayer." DiCiccio's plan, which had support from 3 other council members, was to create a rotating schedule in which the members would hand-pick religious leaders to deliver a regular invocation. However, the mayor and the city attorney argued successfully that this would not withstand judicial review and would ultimately be a losing proposition which would be costly for the city. In the end, by a vote of 5-4, Phoenix discarded the practice of public prayer, opting instead for a moment of contemplative silence before meetings. Said Satanic Temple spokesman Doug Mesner, "Hopefully the upshot of all the chaos and outrage that our forthcoming invocation is now causing will be a hard and fast lesson in constitutional law for our bloated, puzzled, and mentally atrophied theocrats." Tijuana Taxi. Joel Wright, a 23-year-old former student preparing for the priesthood at the Pontifical College Josephinum Seminary in Columbus, Ohio, was arrested by Homeland Security agents and the Department of Immigration and Customs Enforcement as he attempted to board a plane in San Diego for a planned trip to Tijuana, where, according to his charges, he had arranged for a tour guide who he believed would provide him with an infant that he could have sex with. The ICE statement indicates that Wright, who has been charged with travel with intent to engage in illicit sexual conduct and aggravated sexual abuse of a child, had previously contacted an individual in Tijuana via an ad he placed on Craigslist in which he indicated the desire to adopt a child. However, Homeland Security intervened and began monitoring Wright by creating a bogus email account when they received a tip that he had actually wanted the child for sexual purposes. Among his possessions at the time of his arrest, Wright had baby clothes, a bottle, and $2,000 in cash.